He's just standing there, menacingly.
All right, so this is a reaction to whatever the hell we just saw on the ice. I mean, I was joking about it during the live stream a little bit. Kind of a situation like that where you pay Sam Darnold all that money, and now, okay, this has just become embarrassing. Poland, pole wool, dude, Poland. They just netted another one. It's 4-0. Yeah, Toronto, you're done. You're done. Mikola. Oh, Toronto's never winning the cup. But you have a situation. Joking about it during the live stream a little bit, where it's like, stop it, stop the game. The game's already over. We know who's winning this game. We know who's winning this series.
Stop! He's already dead.
I think, gosh, that was embarrassing. That was a very embarrassing loss for Toronto. And just what was funny, and it made me laugh, was how every single time there would be a whistle or, stoppage of time, someone's trying to hold the puck, there was a fight, which the photo with Bobrovsky just standing in the corner like, no, you guys can fight. I'm not getting in this. I think something happened, and I'll rewatch it, and I mentioned it in the stream. I'll rewatch, the highlights and look at articles or something. But there must have been something that happened in game 3 or 4 that we're here at this point where we got fans throwing their jerseys on the ice after Panthers put, what was it, 6-0 at that point, before there was a goal. But even the goal didn't matter because there was stoppage time. And I think more than anything I think the refs, the refs need their screen time for this game, because what was funny, not only just the blowout itself, I think what the funniest moment in this whole game was the fact that with 5 minutes left to go in this game, there still managed to be a situation where the game kept going real time for like 15 minutes, because it's like, okay, we got a stoppage time here. Do we have, 5 minutes for roughing? We got a misconduct. They had to send Brad Marchand into the locker room, and of course the fans are yapping at him and he's smiling and stuff because, he's trying to sub off, but then they're like, no, Marchand, go back in there, go be a facilitator and stuff. This series, I mean, compared to like the Caps and the Canes, honestly, I think the best series so far. We're watching it tonight, the Oilers and Vegas, which that game's going to wrap up here any minute. This could have been a really good series, and I just think it has been. But man, these last, looking at the stats, like Mitch Marner, how many shots on goal in the past 4 games? Toronto, this is like, this is everything about hockey. Like, oh my gosh, it's so fun to just kind of just say stuff, because truthfully, the expectations is what's funny. Not, because I do feel bad for Austin Matthews. I feel bad for Nylander. I feel bad for Marner, Tavares, all of them. But just the fact that, because there are talented guys, but just the fact that, just like Ovi with the second round, these things don't mix. Sometimes we can't. It's funny. It's funny. And just with tonight, it's the difference between, I think, truthfully, too, teams that can win a cup and teams that are going to get there versus teams that are just not there yet. And we're seeing it now, evidently so. Toronto did take it to Florida a couple times in the regular season. Toronto did win the Atlantic Division. But once the playoff rolls around, who gives a shit? It's anybody's game. And clearly so. On home ice, 6-0. Well, it was 6-1, but it was, yeah. The game should have ended a lot sooner than it did, but just prolonged. I think now, looking at how this series has gone, where we got a reverse sweep on our hands, where Toronto goes up 2-0, and then Panthers get 4 straight. Who unplugged the controller? Who unplugged the freaking controller? Because I just can't picture the memes of that meme of like Carmelo Anthony when he's about to pull up a 3 and then he stops.
Oh, Carmelo's going to take a shot.
That's what this series was. This series was a tease of how good Toronto really could be, but no. They get in their own way. We'll see what happens in Game 6. And I think if Toronto can magically go into Sunrise and get a win, I I don't know how Game 7 would go. I'd say, hey, all bets are off. But, like, just there's something about a little bit of, superstitions and stuff where Toronto and Game 7s do not mix. So I'd rather them lose it this way. I'm not a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, but I think it'd be a lot easier to go out this way versus going to a Game 7, kind of like how last year was, where Pasta hits the game winner. You don't want to see Tkachuk or Barkov or Verhaeghe, even get the puck on their stick in OT, because we know what's going to happen if this thing does go to 7. Just saying. But that, oh my gosh, it was a fun game. It's one of those fun games to watch too, where like you just laugh a little bit of like, all right, this is kind of Toronto in a nutshell. And I know that's an overreaction, but I thought I had a good laugh. So I want to make this video. Catch you guys in the next one.